Yes, people, Arsenal with Ash, and welcome back to another episode of Transfers with Ash. A lot has happened in the last week or so, so we've got a lot to get through. Um, and yeah, let's get going. So we'll start from the keeper position and work our way down. So the Kepa deal is more or less complete. I understand that the paperwork's been done for all of that. Medical, I believe, has been passed as well. So we're just awaiting the announcement for that. I'm expecting that to come this week. Um, at centre back, we have reportedly made a bid and agreed personal terms for Mosquera of Valencia, a young 20-year-old centre back, Spanish centre back, plays on the right hand side and can play at right back as well. A massive talent, a player in his last year of his contract, and it's seen as a market opportunity for the club. Um, I know people are getting fed up of all these defensive signings and all this sort of stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, we need this. We need cover for Saliba. We ran him into the ground last season, and yeah, we simply need cover in that area of the pitch. And also, like I said, he's a massive talent, and people might not like to hear it, but it's effectively a succession plan for Saliba, because when that Madrid 150 mil drops eventually and whenever it comes, and we go and accept that, we've got someone ready made to step in. So yeah, he's obviously keen and sees himself sees this as an opportunity to join a great project and learn from two of the best centre backs in the world, which he will be. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm not going to claim to know a lot about him, but it's definitely a deal I'll welcome. And it sounds like it's a deal that's going to be done around about the £20 million mark, and that is great business, especially for the level of talent people say he is. So yeah, that one's looking like it's moving on swiftly and like it's something that's going to happen. I know there's some other clubs interested, but like I said, personal team terms agreed on that one. So yeah, hopefully we get that done. Centre midfield, Zubimendi, we talk about him again, fourth week in a row, whatever it's been. That deal we expect to go through now this week. Like I said before, Sociedad wanted this to go on their books for the next financial year, the same with us as well. So it's looking like something that's going to happen from the 1st of July onwards. So yeah, that's tomorrow. And so hopefully we expect that deal to be done. And on the other end, Thomas Partey, this is his last day at the club, 30th of June. His contract's up. It's been agreed that he's going to be vacating, and we've got a ready-made replacement already in Christian in Norgaard from Brentford, captain of Brentford. A lot of people frowned at this deal. Personally, I'm not mad at it. Effectively, he's a Jorginho replacement. Yes, it sounds like Partey out, Norgaard in, but effectively it's a Jorginho replacement. Zubimendi will be the Partey replacement. He's the player we expect to come in and start in that midfield alongside Dek and probably Odegaard. So yeah, it's Norgaard will effectively be the Jorginho replacement. He's a player that covers the ground really well. Defensively, he had one of the highest dual success rates in the Premier League last season for any midfielder. Experience, yes, he's 31 and hasn't played at the highest level, but he's been in the Premier League and been a competent player for a good while. So yeah, I'm happy with that deal, and it's going to be quite a cheap deal, in the region of 10 to 15 million pounds. So I'm not mad at it. I want all the funds to be thrown into that attack. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That one looks like it will be done probably this week or the next week as well. So yeah, a lot happening in that area of the pitch. Moving slightly forward, we've got big links now to Eberechi Eze of Crystal Palace. Now, this deal seems like it's got legs. We've apparently engaged in discussions with his camp over the weekend. We know that there's a release clause there of around about £67 million, and Palace want that paid in full. But we understand that they're open to having that paid in installments, whether that's in 3 installments, I believe. So like 20 mil, roughly 20 mil each installment. So if we can do that, I'm all for it. He's open to joining the club. Why wouldn't he be? Spurs have apparently called their interest, so there's something definitely in that one. And also hearing that wouldn't just be in exchange for, it's not going to be Eze or Rodrigo. I'm hearing it could be Eze and Rodrigo. So if that happens, oh my days, But yeah, I think it would be a top signing. Him on the left, or he can play in the attacking midfield role. But yeah, he's a brilliant ball carrier. Um, his ball striking is ridiculous as well. He's a creative player. He will try things. It's definitely a player that we need some more creativity in that forward line or in midfield. So it's a deal I will definitely welcome. If it is him or Rodrigo, I still would edge towards Rodrigo personally. But if I'm honest with you, it's all aesthetics in terms of the glamour of the name and the fact that he plays for Real Madrid, not Crystal Palace. All in all, if I really think about it, is Rodrigo better than Eze? I don't know. He's definitely, I'd definitely say his ceiling is higher. Um, but right now, we're not looking for that. We're looking for players to make an impact right now. So if Eze is available and it's him or Rodrigo, I'm not mad to say Eze. But yeah, I would love both of them. The Rodrigo talks aren't going away. Um, He's started the first game in the Club World Cup since then. They've played 2 games. He hasn't started any of them. I'm hearing rumours he's not starting the last 16 as well. So yeah, if he's got any respect for himself, he needs to get out of there. They've signed that young Argentinian on the right. Arda Guller's getting more of a look in. Um, so it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him. Brahim Diaz, I believe, has signed a new contract. So yeah, he needs to get out of there. He wants to play on the left as well. He's not going to be playing instead of Vinicius. Let's have it right. So yeah, if that deal's there to be done, I'm all for it. But yeah, we've still got to wait on that one. We don't know what's happened with that. Um, and then we move on to the striker situation. We're still waiting for a decision. We still don't know whether it's going to be Sesko or Gyökeres. I literally don't have any update for you. I don't know what's happening. It seems like we're still pushing both deals as far as they can go, to make sure that we don't fall flat on our face on either one. So if we miss out on one, we've got the other option. Um, I don't know if this is a long shot because for some reason Isak's name keeps coming up, and I'm hearing Liverpool are still in that race. And I'm not going to lie to you, if Liverpool's in that race, we have to be there as well. We have to. So if Isak is a possibility and that's what they're waiting for, woo, we have to be there. We have to be there. But I don't think that's going to happen. If I'm honest with you, I think he'll say at Newcastle. But yeah, if there's a deal to be done, we have to be at that table. Um, I've heard rumours over the last couple of days about Hugo Ekitike from the German club. I think it's Stuttgart that he plays for. No, not Stuttgart. Is it Frankfurt? Might be Frankfurt. Let me know in the comments. I can't remember exactly who it is, but yeah, I know they want around about 100 million euros, 100 million pound euros, 100 million in euros. Sorry, not pounds. And that is steep for someone with just at this stage potential. It's just potential, really. Um, so yeah, that's not a deal I would do personally. And I'm not sure there's any legs to that. I think it could just be reporters just attaching a striker's name to Arsenal, and yeah, that's all we're seeing at the moment. So yeah, in terms of the concrete rumours, there are little rumours here and there about other players like Morgan Rogers, Mohamed Kudus, all these little things here, but nothing concrete. These are the ones that seem to have legs. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. But like I said, we should be announcing Kepa, Zubimendi, Norgaard within the next week or two, and then I'm hoping to have movement on the attacking players because the preseason tour, I believe, is on July 19th, and I understand Arteta wants those deals done by then. So we've got 2.5 weeks until then. So we need to make sure those deals are done. And yeah, in terms of the outgoings, there's not been too much news. I'm hearing Fulham are now front runners for Zinchenko, and they also want Reece Nelson as well. But I also understand Bournemouth are interested in Reece Nelson. So we'll see what happens with those. Not heard anything on Fabio Vieira now that Porto are out of the Club World Cup. Expect to hear a bit more about him. Martinelli, I understand, will be staying. Apparently, we want him. I understand he's definitely got a price. Every player's got a price. So if someone wants to pay the money, I'm sure we would be interested. But I understand we want him to stay at the club. And that's it really. I've touched on Partey. I've said that he's leaving. That one there is pretty much confirmed now. And that's all there is really at the moment. And we'll see what happens. Like I said, there's a lot going on at the moment, incomings and outgoings. So yeah, there'll be a lot to keep you updated on. But make sure you stay tuned to my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Twitter as well, my X account, and we'll hopefully get some more updates. But we need some good news on the attacking front. We really do. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Thank you for tuning in, people. And we'll see you next week for the next one.